Thanks for joining us again at the Acoustic Experience. James Hunley. I got a chance to interview Jose Feliciano at Bear Valley. Really interesting and candid interview. An interview that some of you may not agree with his opinions, and I was actually slightly surprised too as to my answers, basically saying yes, yes, and interested in what he had to say. But Jose is a fabulous player and really, truly a unique artist. Very big in the 70s and early 80s. Light My Fire is one of his big hits. So I think that it would be really interesting for us as viewers to take in account a player like this and his opinions, and also to remember that a lot of things that he says does not necessarily reflect everybody's ideas. So without any more rambling on my part, let's watch Jose Feliciano and let's join him there. James Hunley at the Acoustic Experience with Jose Feliciano backstage. Jose's getting ready to go on, and we're going to talk to him a little about playing guitar and his early experiences with the guitar. Jose, thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Now, at what age did you start playing the guitar?
Well, I really started to dabble in it between the ages of 9 and 10. At 8 years old, I had the ukulele experience when I first went to camp in New York City back in 1954, somewhere around there. And so I played the ukulele. At the time, it also happened that I played the accordion. I was 7 years old when I played the accordion, and during that particular time, I heard the sound of the guitar, and I became very interested in it. And as time went on, when I got my first guitar, which was a $10 Stella, and they don't make those anymore.
They don't.
And so I learned a little bit on that, and I started graduating to different guitars. I started listening to classical guitar. I listened to Andre Segovia, who to me really will always be the master. I mean, other guitarists have preceded him, such as John Williams and people like the Romero family, of course, and Narciso Yepes from Spain also, who I think is another great guitarist. But Segovia was the father of all of them, and he was the one that I admired. And what I would do is I'd buy, when I got older, to about the age of 12 or 13, I had taught myself how to play jazz, how to play rock, how to play classical. So that, let's say, I started at 13 to listen to Segovia. I'd go to Sam Goody's in New York, I'd buy the records, and I would play them back and listen and recall. Since I couldn't read music, and to me Braille music was just a bunch of dots. I couldn't make head or tails out of it. So I taught myself in this manner by listening and recalling. And when I was about 16 years old, I was going at the time, in the earlier ages, to a place called the Lighthouse for the Blind, and they started to have guitar as a curriculum. Prior to that, all they had was piano, violin, and brass instruments. And I took violin, but I didn't fare well on the violin. I knew I wasn't going to be a virtuoso on the violin. But the guitar was, I don't know, I seemed to adapt to it. I took to it, and so by the age of 16, I then had classical training at the Lighthouse for the Blind by a guitar teacher by the name of Harold Morris, who was himself, I think, he's still around. He lives now in Los Gatos, California, I think. Harold Morris, whom I think is a great guitarist, and he taught me a lot of, he really gave me the classical training. And I thought for a while I was going to be a classical guitarist until I saw that a lot of classical guitarists were starving, not making any money. And so the alternative was not very good for me, so I decided, well, I better learn the other things like jazz. And I also then started to learn to sing, because I felt that just a guitarist wasn't completely viable. You had to do something else, at least at that time.
Listen to the pouring rain, listen to it pour. And with every drop of rain, you know I love you more. Let it rain all night long, let my love for you grow strong. As long as we're together, who cares about the weather? Listen to the falling rain, listen to it fall. And with every drop of rain I can hear you call. Call my name right out loud, I can hear it pull the cloud. And down here among the puddles, you and I together huddle. Listen to the falling rain, listen to the rain. It's raining Listen to the falling rain, listen to it fall. And with every drop of rain I can hear you call. Call my name right out loud, I can hear it close loud. And down here among the puddles, you and I together huddle. Listen to the falling rain, listen to the rain. Listen to the falling rain, listen to the rain. It keeps on falling, it keeps on falling, yeah, yeah, yeah. It keeps on falling, it keeps on falling, yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen to the rain on my window pane. Listen to the rain, listen to the rain. Listen to the rain.